do what? To bathe who? To help and to assist all the monkeys, all the vanas that had been his companions, that had been part of his army, all those who have returned to him. Please make all arrangements for them to do what? For them to bathe. He also instructed, please take a little bit more and pay a little bit more attention and ensure that my dear friend Raja Sugriva takes a bath. He takes a bath. And so, who else had to bathe? His brothers. Who were his brothers? Bharat and Lakshman and Shatrughan. And who would bathe them? Devotees, did you know, I don't know if you have read it or you've listened, that Bhagwan Shri Ram was the older brother. He took his younger brothers. These individuals were not children. They were not babies, for they were all married already. They were all grown men. And he took his brothers, his younger brothers, he took them to where they had to take a bath. And Bhagwanji, it is said here, in the most tender of manner, Bhagwanji did what? He bathed his brothers in the most beautiful manner. In the most beautiful manner. 14 years devotees, and Shri Bharatji, he had his hair in the matted manner. He had tied his hair, devotees, and it did not loose for 14 years. Bharatji was the greatest of ascetic. He was in the greatest level of penance for whom? For Bhagwan. And this hair was tied and never released, devotees. And on that day when Bhagwan Shri Ram was bathing his brother, it was the first time that this matted hair of Bharat that was loosened. And so Shri Ram, in the most beautiful of manner, they all took baths, devotees. Why are they taking baths? Because something beautiful is going to happen. And then Bhagwan Shri Ram did not have one mother. How many mothers did he have? He had 1, 2, 3. His first mother was Kekai. Kekai was his first mother. Although his mom is Kaushalya, as we have said here, Kekai, he loved Kekai. He loved to spend time with her. Although she had banished him, he still loved her dearly. And so Kekai, Kaushalya, and Sumitra, yeah? All three of them, what did they do? They took charge of their Bahu. They took charge of their Bahurani, their daughter-in-law. And so a lot of us today, we don't have good relationship with our daughters-in-law. And that is a wrong thing. That is not noble. The first day when the daughter-in-law comes into your home, you should have this instruction. My dear Bahu, my dear daughter-in-law, you are not my daughter-in-law, but you are my daughter. And the same love that you have for your mother, I would like you to have the same love for me. For I will have the same love that your mother has for you. I would also have that love for you. And so when you treat your daughter-in-law like a daughter, what happens? You always stay together. You always have a very loving experience, loving exchanges. For there's nothing that can separate whom? You and your daughter-in-law, your Bahu. And devotees, this Rajguru by the name of Vashisht, he summoned all the most wonderful tailors. And you know, as we were wearing wonderful outfits here, someone put them together, someone sewed them. The Darji, he stitched all the clothing. All the royal garbs were now arranged in a beautiful manner for what is going to happen, devotee. What is going to happen? Just like it is so much important and necessary for you to create a throne and place a throne in your heart for Bhagwan to dwell. Bhagwan has returned to Ayodhya, and his rightful place is where? His rightful place is on this throne. On this road. And so Ayodhya is making all this arrangement, devotees. It is most beautiful. And Bhagwanji has taken his bath. And Bhagwanji and Sita Ma, they're dressed in the most beautiful royal, the most silken of garbs. They're beautiful. And what is happening? Let us hear this doham here. Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram. He Ramayana Katha to Guruji, the Vaman, the vehicle of Bhagavan Vishnu. सुनिए उसी समय ब्रह्मा जी, शिव जी और मुनि वृंद तथा विमानों पर चढ़कर अन्य सब देवता आनंद कंड भगवान के दर्शन के लिए आए. And so Bhagavan is going to be crowned the Raja of Ayodhya, and he is going to be placed on the Singhasan, on the throne. Brahma ji, Shri Shiv Shankar, all the great saints and say, all the devatas, they got into their vehicles and they made the way. Where did they go? In that same direction, right above Ayodhya. They want to behold what was happening. They want to see the Bhagavanji placed on the throne. We'll continue to talk about him. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram For you to progress spiritually, for you to gain the things that you need, for you to be accomplished on this most divine path of spirituality, the mind has to be attached on nothing else but Bhagavan. For everything else is inconsequential, everything else is superficial, everything else is not productive to the elevation of your soul. Who had that gaze? That gaze on Bhagavan? Who had that gaze, devotees? None other than his own Guruji. Could you imagine that? Guruji is the one who is adored. Guruji is the one whose feet is washed. Guruji is the one that his puja is being done, tilak, mala, all that I have been blessed with by my dear godson Robert as I came in today. And so the chela is the one who places gaze with, who looks and who dedicates himself to the Guruji. But here today, as Bhagavan stood there looking so beautiful, so regal, so royal, had beautiful clothes on, the smile on the face of Bhagavanji was overwhelming. Overwhelming for whom? For this Guru of his, Guru Vashish. And he sent quickly, go bring the most beautiful of thrones. Bring it, for Bhagavan Shri Ram needs to be seated. And what happens? When the throne, the most eloquent, the most beautiful, it was so decorated, all sorts of gems. It was majestic, my dear friends. When that throne was brought, before Bhagavanji ascended, where did he go? He went to the feet of all the Brahmins, all the Rishis, all these divine individuals. He touched their feet. Here's Bhagavan, Maryada Purushottam, the greatest of all examples, is teaching us that we need to gain the blessings of the Brahman. We need to get the blessings of the Rishis, of the sadhus, of our elders. For whatever the challenge will be, whatever is ahead of us, with their blessings, we will always be what? Successful. And so he took their blessings, and then along with whom? With Sita Ma, Bhagavan Shri Ram ascended where? Where did he go? He ascended the throne of where? Of Ayodhya. Bhagavanji was placed on the throne. It is the throne not only of the city, but it is the throne of the hearts of the inhabitants. Great celebration was happening, and so who puts on the tilak of the sovereignty of Ayodhya? Let us sing the Chopra. Those who one day will come and be in his place, there the Guru placing the tilak for the Brahman. And what happened? Sprinkling flowers. There was great Chaitanya, beautiful celebration. All the musical instruments are playing. Bhagwan Ji has brought happiness by doing what? Reclaiming the sovereignty of not only Ayodhya, but the hearts of all those inhabitants, those who live. And what happens next? Let us see as Kanta continues. What is going on? Let us enjoy what we are. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Nitan Mangal Kausala Puri Harshit Hari Rogat Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Nitan Iti Rama Pad Pankaj Nitan Iti Rama Pad Pankaj Namate Namate Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 अयोध्या में नित्य नूतन मंगल उत्सव होते हैं, सभी वर्गों के लोग प्रसन्न रहते हैं. And you know when a child's birthday comes, as Panditji is going to celebrate his son's second birthday, you cannot celebrate only on one day. With the children and the grandchildren, it just is not a one-day thing. It went from 1 day to 1 week to a whole month. Whole month you got to celebrate the child's birthday, especially the grandchild. Isn't that so? And so, although Bhagwan was placed on this throne and there was great rejoicing on that day, it never stopped. It continued on and on. Festivities every day, every level, every aspect, every individual, every aspect of Ayodhya continued its celebration. For Bhagwan has restored that level of energy, happiness, that thrill, that excitement. All of the splendor has returned because of what? Because of Bhagwan being in the right place. When Bhagwan is in the right place, then it is time for you to do what? To dance and rejoice and be happy. When Bhagwan escapes you, because you allow that to happen, there is sorrow and grief. There is no sorrow found today in this Katha, in the city of Ayodhya. And what happened? As they are celebrating on a daily basis the throning of Bhagwan Ji, it seems like something beautiful was happening in their heart. Love for Prabhu Ji, love for Bhagwan increased and increased and increased and increased. The lotus feet of Bhagwan, devotion for his feet, the devotion that is felt within the heart of Brahma and Shiva and Indraj and all these devatas who adore the feet of Bhagwan. And that affection, that love is just growing in the most beautiful form. It is blossoming in the hearts of those inhabitants. Let us hear what is going on in the Dua here. Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. Brahmanand Magan Kapi, sabke Prabhu Parami, Gagan Gagan Divas Diya, Jai Maas were lost in ecstasy. Who were lost in ecstasy? All the monkeys who were the helpers of Bhagwan. All the monkeys who were the soldiers of Bhagwan. All those monkeys that stood alongside Bhagwanji in defeating Ravan and his comrades, his cohorts. All the evildoers, all the Rakshas, they were lost. It says here, immersed in rapturous communion with Brahma, with the divine being. They were lost and they were devoted to who? To the feet of Bhagavan. And so we don't say, and we have not heard, we have not read in the scriptures that one is devoted to Bhagavan. It is always that one is devoted to the feet of Bhagavan. Why is that? The Katha of Keval tells us the simpleton who did not go to elementary school, did not go to middle school, did not go to high school, did not go to college, did not go to university, that individual who was a boatman by trade, he had heard what had happened. The feet of Bhagwan touching this big stone on the walkway turned into a beautiful woman, a Hilya Nari, and he's thinking, in simplicity there is happiness, devotees. When we get complicated, that is when it lends to confusion and life goes hither, thither. Keep it simple and remain happy, be at peace. And so he thought, what would happen to my boat? What would happen to my boat if he was to touch it with his foot? It may turn into a stone, and the stone, what happens? It sinks to the bottom of the river. What will happen to my livelihood? How will I be able to take care of my family? So he said, Bhagavan, I'm willing, I'm ready, able to cross you over this river under one condition. Allow me to wash the magical dust off your feet. It is then that I will take you. The feet of Bhagavan, what is found, devotees? An abundance of happiness. What is found at the feet of Bhagavan? Fulfillment, contentment. Whatever you are in need of, whatever you may crave for, whatever you may desire of, it is not found anywhere. It is found at the feet of Bhagavan. That is why in our scriptures, the eloquence of our saints and sages, their teachings will always direct us one place, and that is at the feet. They were devoted. What is a devotee, my dear friends? And Kabirdas tells us, Jal jo pyara machari, lobhi pyara daan, maa ka pyara bal ka, bhakt pyara naam, bhakt pyara Bolo Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare And what does fish love, devotees? They love water. Without water, they will do what? They'll chatpata. You heard that before, right? Chatpata. So you take the fish and put it on the